What up? This, what you're looking at here, this is what it looks like to be 10 years in the music industry. I'm in my dark hole that I've been hiding in. That sounds wrong. Sitting at your desk, staring at a computer screen all day, this is what it looks like. No distractions, just me and these freaking contracts. This is the 10th year that I've been in the music industry, 5 of which, the last 5 years, we have been slowly and quietly building what's called the Anthem Company. The Anthem Company started off as a marketing company and is now morphing into a record label, but it's a little different. We're using all of our collectives, all of our brands, whatever you call it, and we're giving artists opportunities to grow by collaboration. We've spent thousands and thousands of dollars, maybe even over hundreds of thousands of dollars at this point over the last 5 years on running ads to grow our brands, to grow playlists, to grow everything. We probably have over 300,000 Christian music playlist followers across Spotify specifically. And the reason why we haven't talked about this hardly at all is because we want to have something to talk about. And what that looks like is 10 years in the making. 5 years before that, I was in a group called Mass Anthem. And Mass Anthem is part of our collectives, one of our collectives that we use to grow artists. Learned a lot of things along the way, a lot of stories. All of this has been building up to today. And I'm excited to bring you along for the ride. Every year that goes by, I learn something new. And I also have just as many questions that come about. A lot of why questions. You know, back in the day when we were Mass Anthem, we had people that wanted to buy our catalog. Whoa, what is buying a catalog? What does that mean? To us, it was just a bunch of money that was offered to us. And for me, I was wondering why. Why do people do this? This is a thing. People can sell their catalog. This was back in 2019. The more I learn about catalogs, the more I ask questions about why. What are labels? We knew we wanted to get signed. We did the whole thing leading up to 2020 before the shutdown, trying to get signed by, all of the Christian record labels. And they spun us around for a good 2 years. And we sat on a great album, great project for 2 years. And then finally we got no's across the board from, all of the major Christian labels that we were talking to at the time. And we felt like we wasted 2 years. Learned a lot from that. We had several managers over the time. Learned about sunset clauses. Every year we learn more about publishing, how much of a black hole that is. And I think the reason why there's not a lot of information out there is because it's done on purpose by the music industry. I mean, you can find some courses, some books, but there's not much out there. And I think that's for a reason. Even things just, for example, in the publishing world called it's like black box royalties or something like that. Every 3 years, if you don't collect your publishing revenue from your music, it defaults back to the industry. That being said, I feel like I have enough experience to be dangerous, but also prevent a lot of artists from a lot of hurt and a lot of issues that could arise in the day. A lot of you people who know me just know me as the guitar player, the gigging guy playing for different artists. And I love that. And some of you know me for that as well, where I've been kind of phasing out over the last several years as the label grew and started taking less gigs, things that didn't make a lot of sense, and really taking a deep dive into learning more about the industry side of things and releasing a lot of music. In 2024, which was a year ago, we released over 250 songs, and we learned a lot. We went hard. We released one big song every Friday, and we released 4 songs Monday through Thursday, one a day, of a lot of instrumental tracks and a lot of lo-fi stuff. And we've got a lot of people, a lot of producers, a lot of people involved in that, and we're really excited about all that stuff. So my goal with this is to prevent people from having any sort of industry pain. Also educate as I am learning. I think it's kind of a cool idea of like, what kind of knowledge and experience am I going to have in 20 years, as the music industry keeps evolving. But I feel like I learn something new every day. But I feel like I know a lot at this point to where I could actually be of real benefit for artists. The thing is, I'm not asking any artist for anything as far as management. I'm not I think management can be redone at this point. There's a lot of information that should just be conveyed to artists without having to dish out massive percentages or have to pay thousands of dollars a month. And it's crazy that this even happens in the Christian music industry. The Christian music industry is no different than any other music industry. It's just a genre when you get into the deep bowels of everything. Unfortunately, I wish it was different, but the amount of deals that we are hearing that get handed to artists for record deals, management deals is like absurd. Publishing deals, absurd. And I'm sure some of you people watching this might have seen or have experienced this firsthand. And a lot of people on the inside, I think my thing is that people, they don't want artists to know what is fair to them. And you're not going to find a lot of information on it. We've had to, as we get contracts set up, our templates and everything for our label, we ask our lawyer, like, what's fair, what's real? And then as we talk to managers and other people, other labels, and what they offer is kind of helping us kind of figure out, oh, what is actually fair to the artists. All that being said, this being my 10th year, 5 years as a band, 5 years in the music business side of things, learning about publishing, record label stuff, management, all of this, marketing, the grander scope of that. I think it's a great time to start chatting about that. So my goal is to document as much as possible. And if I find any nuggets of wisdom or any snares that are out there for artists, I'm going to convey them to you. My whole social media the last 10 years have been guitar player focused. And so I've been really trying to figure out how do I fix that? How do I change that as I am changing? And that's where we're headed. Right now we've got a lot of lifestyle stuff. I do some fun coffee reviews with my wife Diana, who's also an artist. And I've basically just allowed that to take over while I kind of figure out what is beneficial, what is helpful for people, and how do I refocus that to what I've been focusing on the last 3 to 5 years on the business side of things. So everything is going well. Everything's going great. We're doing a lot of collaborations with artists, a lot of releases for 2025, and we learned a lot of things. But this here is just for me to document it, and if you want to watch it, you can watch it and follow along, and hopefully it will be of benefit, and hopefully we'll all learn together as we navigate the music industry. Thanks.